Hi guys, welcome to 12th Ray Prophecy. Today we are going to be finding out what we can expect in the month of June 2024. So, we are going to be laying out the cards. I will be giving you all three piles to choose from, and when we do choose the pile, you just need to ask yourself what calls towards you, what pulls you, what resonates with you, and that is the pile that you need to check. The timestamps which are provided below in the descriptions as well as in the comments. All right, let's move on. So I'm going week wise. So this is week number 1 that you can see laid out here. Then we've got week number 2. I'm just going to go through with the weeks as they come by because I don't want to complicate things. In the first week overall for June, for all those who have chosen pile number 1, I can see here that you are moving into a new phase. So you've had a very tough few weeks. You are ready to move on from more difficult waters to something that is going to be a little better for you. Okay, so I also see that you will be accompanied by someone. So this is not going to be a lonely journey. You might have a friend, you might have someone who loves you a lot. It could be a lover, but definitely someone who is going to accompany you on this journey ahead, and you're not going to be alone. So the next thing what I can see here is in your first week, you're going to be working hard, you're going to be making arrangements to arrange for cash, kind of, study, do your research, how to gain all the physical, material luxuries or comforts that you really wish for. Apart from that, I think that you're just starting afresh when it comes to your mental faculties. You had a difficult time, and I think that in general you will be optimistic in the first week of June. In the second week of June, we have some luxuries, okay, something about pampering yourself, about enjoying certain wealth, material aspects, okay. And I think you are just going to let go and enjoy certain luxuries. When I say luxuries, it could be pampering yourself or having just a little extra money to take care of you, go on a vacation probably. Just in general, lay the foundation and groundwork and have a little more extra room materially when it comes for you, for the future. Okay, and apart from that, I feel that emotionally in the second week of June, you're going to be very satisfied. You will know how to express yourself, you will know how to be very clear with your words and how you feel, and also extend that feeling of love and compassion to the people around you. Okay, now we go on to the third week of June. I feel that you may have splurged a little. Now, this is the fourth week. I feel that in the third week of June, it is very likely that you may have splurged a little more than expected, and you're feeling a little bit of the financial crunch in the third week of June. So, what is going to be happening is you're going to be happy, you're going to be enjoying, but there is going to be this lack mentality that you are going to have to deal with. Now, I don't know whether really the money is, vanished off, or is it possible that you're just feeling this strain because, or guilt of enjoying yourself a little bit. Okay, we also have where I think you will be a little hard on yourself from time to time, for letting yourself go. I think that is something that you need to deal with when it comes to just letting go, enjoying, allowing yourself to just be. Okay, so that is a kind of mental energy that I see you dealing with. um, in the fourth and the last week of June, I see that you will have gained your power back again and control in your life, where I feel that you are wanting to have this foundation, and you will have dealt with that level of insecurity that you're probably feeling internally, and this energy that is there. I see that in the end of June, you're going to be feeling powerful, you're going to feel in control, you will feel that you have an understanding of how to get your resources in order. Okay, apart from that, it is possible that you have some sort of your home life being at the center of things. If things are out of balance, if there are things that no longer are there in your home, when it comes to clutter in your home, all of that, I think in the fourth last that is the last week of June, you will feel like just clearing it out, because it's part of your mental faculty that is pulling you down and making you feel out of control. So a lot of things are going to go out of your house. I also feel that if there is something out of balance in your life, it will be got to your attention. And I feel for you, the last week of June is going to be very, very huge, because we've got three major arcana cards coming up in the last week of June. So here I feel that generally you're going to be feeling abundant, you're going to be feeling secure, and you're going to grow over the month of June, starting from a level of enjoying yourself, then feeling guilt, then feeling out of control, and then finally coming to terms and acceptance with enjoying your life and allowing yourself to enjoy the material aspects of this life that we live, right? I've got some four additional cards to see how your overall month is going to be. So we've got flowering, the rebel, transformation, and lovers. So when I look at these cards, I definitely see an energy that is very bright. So I think that this is going to be you in June. When I look at these cards, I find it having a lot of power, a lot of authority. That there is this chance for spiritual growth. There is also this ability to carry, or rather take on, a sense of creativity that involves something bigger, and especially that it has come over the Empress. I feel that in case if you are trying to have a baby, or to get your health in order, to get your fertility in order, I think that that is going to be one of your goals in the month of June, and it is a great goal to have. And I feel that the cards that I've got will be assisting you and are indicating that the universe will be assisting you to move ahead in this direction. All right, let's find out what else we have here. We've got the Tower, we've got the Moon, lot of major arcana cards. We've got the King of Wands, and we've got the Eight of Swords. And I feel that the energy is very similar here, where you are going to be having this moment where you feel everything is collapsing, you are not able to understand what is going on, why is all of this happening. And I just feel that there is this element of unrest within you at the moment. And when I look at these cards, generally I get a feeling of uneasiness, and that is something that you can also expect to feel when you enter the month of June. So it's not going to be easy. A lot of the shadow aspects may be shown to you. Dreams may be very, very important in the month of June, so pay attention to your dreams. With this Eight of Swords cards, this is a card that I have got over and over again for a lot of readings of mine, and they are usually cards of feeling very blocked. So you have the resources, you have everything that you require to escape the situation, but in your mind you are not able to see the solution yet. Okay, so I feel that that is something that you need to work on in this month to come, and hopefully that is going to help you move ahead. Knowing that this is even a possibility is going to be helping you out. Now I'm going to be reading this card, which is of the fox. Now, the fox says the fox is smart, strong, and a wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for a long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. For energy, Fox energy helps us stay true to most dear to us. When this card appears, connect to those who you love. Foxes don't do very well when they slip away. When in balance, the fox energy is magical, ingenious, it's a teacher, it's monogamous, but when it is monogamous, when it is out of balance, it is sneaky, unsure of their identity, and to bring into balance, you need partnership and connection. Okay, so even in the second week or the first week, if I'm not mistaken, we got this energy of you moving in the first week, moving towards better shows, but you're not going to be doing it alone. You have to take the help of people around you. Then we've got we've got totality, the outsider, the miser, and traveling. So as I also discussed, I think in the second week we got cards that indicated that you might travel. So do you have travel plans happening very soon? um, Overall, I feel that you are feeling, there's definitely this sense of feeling blocked. To a great extent, you are hoping to rely on people. You're finding it difficult to rely on the people that you think you must rely upon. And I think that you're being very careful in general with the energy exchange that you're having for some reason. Okay, and I feel that you do not feel welcome in a lot of situations, and this is something that needs to change in the month of June, because a lot of things may be things that you feel that people are not welcoming you, that people don't like you, but they might just be dealing with their own things, and we don't have to take everything so personally, right? Or overthink things. I think that is also a case for you where you tend to overthink what is going on. Let's look at the other energies that we have. We've got Mercury. Again, this is about communication. We've got the fourth house, and we've got Sagittarius. Okay, so you may have this in your chart, you may not have this in your chart, and it's completely fine. But what this tells me is that you need to there's definitely a problem in communication. We have travel also associated with Mercury, we have commerce associated with Mercury, and I feel that for you, you need to communicate with yourself and others a little better. I also feel that you need to have a little higher opinion about yourself, and this Sagittarius energy is actually pulling us towards it and trying to you know tell us that you need to bring in your energy, you need to call in your power, you need to bring in your confidence and your enthusiasm and your good faith and good fortune. And Sagittarius is ruled by the planet of Jupiter, which is very loving and giving, right? And I think that when you do this, you will be affecting everything, and especially with the fourth house, it has a lot to do with your home, with your roots, with who you are, right? And if you are planning of wanting a child, if that is something on the cards for you, I feel that there is someone waiting on the other side, like with this outsider card. um, there is someone waiting on the other side for you, just for you to tell them to come in, and for you to feel confident in them being on this planet, right? And we see these tiny hands here, so that is something that is indicating that if you want to call someone onto this planet through you, they are already ready. Your soul contract has already been signed. Okay, then we've got some more cards here. We've got the beggar, the victim, and God. Okay, so out here in the month of June, I feel that um, Definitely there is going to be, like, when I look at your cards, it's just bringing to mind a level of strength that you will have to you know, bring upon and call upon, because right now you are living like a beggar. In what sense? That you feel that you're living from hand to mouth at all levels. It could be financially, it could be your relationships, it could be your relationship with yourself or people around you, or just even when it comes to your mental health. You might be feeling like, how am I going to get through this, right? So right now there is a very certain energy, as I earlier also said, with the eight of swords card. There is an element of victimization where you feel that you are the only one going through this energy, that no one ever has gone through this energy, that there is no hope, there is no light out of this whole situation, and that it is going to remain the same way. And you are pitying yourself. Oh, boo, you, what is going to happen? I am such a, you know, oh, I'm in such a horrible situation. I'm a damsel in distress. No one can save me. Even I cannot save me. I think that that mental dialogue is constantly going on in your mind. Okay, but we also have this aspect where you might, okay, because you feel you don't have power over your own situations, you may try to exert power and control over other people. Okay, and if you find that this, what I'm telling you, sounds familiar, that is something that you will have to work upon and try to understand that why am I trying to feel superior and compare myself to another person. Okay, and to all those who are listening, that was a very specific message coming through, but here, to all those who are listening, I feel that you are a very kind, a very gentle soul. Okay, that is something that you are, and you see goodness within people, and that is a part of why you may be feeling all these issues coming on to you and all these conflicts going on in your mind. But I think that you need to call upon a higher source, whoever that you believe in, to come in and help you out through these situations. And even if you are in the most loneliest state, right, you really don't have any friends, you really don't have any family members that you can really look towards or take the help of, call upon the universe, call upon whoever that you believe in, and write to that entity, write to this higher power to help you out, and just believe that they are there with you to help you through this situation. Okay, then we've got the cards of time out, personal growth, and then we've got what do you need to release, and a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so time out would basically mean out here that it is time for you to take some rest. Okay, or rather, take a time out from feeling so guilty, feeling like such a victim, pitying yourself, because you're not going to be going anywhere with these feelings. It's only going to be driving you further and further. It's like a huge anchor, and a heavy anchor has been placed around your leg, pulling you lower and lower into the ground, right? So you need to quickly undo that anchor of your mind, and that is how you will be able to grow. uh, Definitely, when I was speaking about the anchor, if you've got the next question, what do you need to release? What is this anchor that is weighing you down, that is pulling you deeper and deeper into the waters? Okay, and that is something that you need to figure out, that you need to sort out in your mind what is the thing that is holding you back, that is keeping you from doing the things that you like, and keeping you from feeling good. Okay, not even doing the things that you like, but just feeling good, feeling happy, feeling like you have good faith in people. And the last thing here, out here in these cards, we've got a win-win outcome is forecast. So whatever that you will be doing, there is going to be great victory. Next, we've got do some research. Need more information about the situation, look into further look into it further before proceeding. So, what is the situation that you need to do research into? Is it about yourself? Why you're feeling depressed? There might be a lot of issues. Okay, why are you feeling victimized? Why do you feel that you need to constantly tell people and crib about your problems? Okay, is that something that you find yourself doing? Okay, if you're not cribbing about your problems, is there some kind of an issue that is underlying, that you are feeling troubled by, that you're not able to figure things out? So I think that this is more of a self research, that you need to go and actually look for answers. And that whole process of finding who you are, what your problems are, is going to be giving you great insight and depth. And also, when you actually try to figure things out, you might end up finding a whole new aspect of yourself which you may have never thought of or seen before, right? So that is something very interesting that we have here. Then we've got our last few cards: Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying the foundation, and this is a divine plan. So I feel that this, what you are going through, is not going to go in vain. It is not going to go to waste. Why? Because when you help yourself out in this way, and the fact that you are experiencing this means that you have a certain level of light that the universe sees within you and has allotted this journey to you, so that when you journey it, you can help others out who also may be feeling trapped in a very similar journey, right? And help them discover themselves. And those who have probably felt this before you, like for example myself right now, right, I've been through this, and that is why I'm able to give a deeper perspective and understand what you are going through, definitely, right? So this is a divine plan. Do not doubt it. Have faith that the universe has your back no matter what, and do not feel rushed or do not feel in a hurry about your results. Continue to work on yourself. It might feel like the longest time uh, that, you know, results show up finally, but I feel that timing is everything, right? And when the timing is right for things to take place, they will. Then we've got the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What do you need to release? We've got the tower moment. So many things. Like everything is just pointing in the same direction, that things are going to fall apart in June. And don't be sad when they do go, because these things, when they do go away, you will actually be left feeling lighter. You will have a perspective on, you know, that it's okay if these things go away. It may be habits, it may be people, it may be things, whatever they are that no longer serve you, will move away in the month of June. So you have to have strength, and you also have to have perspective and faith that whatever is happening in your best interest. And the last one, we've got break the chain. This probably is an ancestral pattern. Okay, so I'm feeling so excited for you. Okay, why am I excited? Not at, you know, your misery, but just at the fact that you will now definitely be working upon bettering the way that you handle these things, right? So we've got break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. So what are we doing here? So it's very, very interesting that we got this card, because you are the one that your ancestors chose to break this chain, right? So your ancestors were probably caught in the same pattern of thinking, of victim mentality. Maybe they have gone through a lot of trauma, a lot of issues, you know. And I'm not talking about like mental issues, but actual real issues, where they may have been slaves, they may have been you know, set up in a certain cultural way where they are not able to be themselves, and they constantly felt victimized. They felt like they couldn't move out, they felt blocked, right? So finally, this whole process has come to you, and maybe your parents your grandparents may have had these issues, but they may have had another way of dealing with it, which may have not been spiritual. But you have been provided the spiritual insight to actually deal with this at the spiritual level, which means that you have the ability to go to the root of the problem and see it from that perspective, see it for what it is. And I believe that when you actually do this soul searching, sorry that I'm just going on and on, but it's really very interesting. When you keep doing this soul searching and things that are otherwise repressed or hidden in your mind, and you shine a light onto it, right? That area will no longer be able to control you from your subconscious mind. So which means that all this time you are on autopilot, you are on the coding that has happened through your DNA and the experiences of all your ancestors compiled into your DNA. But the fact that you put light onto that changes the way you interact with that experience, right? It changes the way it controls you. It can actually no longer control you when you know that information, because you know exactly how it will affect you. So that is, I think, a very powerful insight that you will be having in the month of June. Okay, so I will be pulling out one answer for you, and you can pose a certain question. This page that I will pull out will kind of give you the answer that the universe wants you to read. So for group number one, we've got be patient, don't be in a hurry. Whatever that you're planning of doing, do it with a certain amount of pace and don't rush into things. All right. I hope that this reading has helped you out. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Let's find out what you can expect for the month of June. Now, firstly, I've laid out all the weekly cards, which means that we've got the first and the second week here, and then we will go on to the general reading. Okay, so in the first week, I can see that there is this level of um, or this feeling that you want to be alone. Maybe you're really tired, maybe you're really worked up, you've put in a lot of energy and strength into doing certain things, and I feel that there's going to be a lot of um, mental work, a lot of learning that is going to be happening, and these lessons are going to be more spiritual in nature. I feel that there is this aspect where you need to, really work a lot. So there's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of dedication, there is a lot of action happening in the first week of June for you. And I think through your spiritual teaching or learning or whatever that is going to be happening, and you're going to be realizing what are the things that you have been taught that are actually not true in nature. When I mean that, like when you look at this card of this conditioning, you have the lion who is kind of strapped on the sheep's skin. Okay, and this is not to kind of fool them or anything of that sort. It's just basically to fit in, but the lion is not meant to fit in with the sheep, right? So this is the conditioning that has been done to you. A lot of rules and regulations have been taught to you from the time that you were very little, and you did not have the capacity to critically think or to understand these things when you were younger, right? And those are the same things that you kind of use on autopilot even right now. That's how our mind works. And I think that first week of June, you are going to be questioning what are these things that I no longer require and are not true and authentic to me. Okay, and just in general, I feel that you will have a lot of energy to look into these matters. There will be things that will call for your attention. They may feel that it's quite not quite visible as to what really is calling for your attention, but then over a period of time, I think in the first week, just because of the sheer work and uh, activity that you will be doing, just you will be feeling a little tired to look into the matter. So I feel that even though you will be sensing these things in the first week, you will not have enough time to actually relax and soak in all these lessons in the first week. Okay, in the second week, we have where you will actually get a little bit of time to enjoy and to just feel happy about life. So we've got a very beautiful card, which is the Sun card, and basically I feel that you will be looking forward to a good future. Things that have happened in the past will stay in the past, and in the second week of June, you will be strategizing how to move ahead in the future. How do we not repeat these same problems in the future? Whether it is, be it, the overworking, something that is making you feel tired, some thought pattern that is taking place, and you will have the emotional strength and the maturity to deal with these issues at hand. Okay, I also feel that if you make a wish during this week, why a wish? If you make wishes during this week, it is very likely that it's going to come true very quickly. Okay, for you, it's just something I'm feeling. Then we've got the third week. We've got some kind of a change in fate. We've got some kind of a change in fate where you will be going through certain emotions, and sometimes, when fate changes, it's not 100% in our favor. But I feel that for you out here, you are going to be fortunate that these things happened. You're going to be lucky and blessed that these things did take place. And what are these things that I'm sensing here? One thing is any kind of an issue that is not openly spoken about, that is a taboo issue, that is actually holding you back, that is something that you are going to be discussing. I feel that friends and family will be the core of this discussion. A lot of times, for some of you, I feel that you may have a narcissistic parent who may parent or friend or someone who is narcissistic. What does narcissistic mean? That they basically are very self-centered, they're very ego driven, they do not like when the opposite person is independent, and they seek a lot of times to control the opposite person, right? So you may have a narcissistic parent in your life or a friend in your life who may project their insecurities over you, which means that they may taunt you, they may belittle you from time to time in order to keep their control. And I feel that the reason for you feeling so bound and so held back is actually because of this conditioning and this experience that you've had in life with people. Okay, and that is something that is going to be coming to the forefront, that is going to be calling for your attention, and this is the kind of blessing that you will be receiving in the third week of June. In the last week of June, I feel that you will be a completely new person. You will have a rebirth. You will have the strength to overcome the greatest hurdles because of this understanding that you have received from this introspection of yourself. I also feel that you need to be a lot more strict with people, and you need to work on that aspect of yourself of being strict, because when you are not strict with people, you may end up being used by them, right? Or they may feel that you are a pushover, or they may feel that they can constantly continue to treat you just the way that they are treating you so far, which may be horribly, right? So I feel that just like mentally you are moving to a much better place of power, of control, and basically a more greater mastery over who you are, right? So in the last week of June, I see that there is happiness, there is contentment, and there is the satisfaction that you have people around you who are actually there for you and are here and happy for you, right, through this whole process. And let's now look at the general reading of your month. See there, we've got rest. Rest and rejuvenation is going to be the need of your month. Okay, so rest and rejuvenate in the way that you please. You may just relax at home, you may pet some animals, you may do some gardening, just take some spa, facial, manicure, pedicure, as you please, right? So definitely do give yourself that time to heal, because it's going to be quite an intense first week. Apart from that, in the general overview of your month, I feel that you are going to be really careful of how you spend your money, your energy, and you are not willing to give up these things very easily to anyone. Okay, and that is a good sign, but we also have to remember that we don't have to hold on so dearly to things, so afraid that it is going to, completely vanish out of your hand, that you never end up extending your hand of help to anyone, right? So I think that for you, it's more of a balanced give and take kind of a relationship, where you may feel like holding on to a lot of things in your life and unwilling to actually give. It could be giving of love, it could be giving of gifts, it could be giving of money. Okay, it could be anything. So you're holding on too tightly to things. And I think that there needs to be a little bit more balance when it comes to the give and take of things or emotions or energies that are being exchanged in your situation. And I feel that when you actually begin to give instead of holding on to things, or instead of clinging on to things, you will actually feel the change and shift in the energy. There will be a lot more integration into how you view the world. I think everyone will also come to help you when you extend your hand and you are more willing to interact with them, give them your energy, and also take their energy in return, of course. Okay, then we've got the next cards. We've got the fourth house, Mercury, and we've got the zodiac sign of Aries. So, Mercury is the card of communication, writing, talking, and travel, and it's also about the way that you think. Okay, and we have got Aries. So, generally, if we look at these cards, we've got where Mercury is a very airy kind of a planet. It's very, it's not very grounded, and that is affecting the way that you think and you talk. It could also be possible that you're very fiery with your words when you speak and say certain things. They may hurt people, and while maybe those things may be true according to you, but it is the way that you actually express those things that may make them very, very uncomfortable. And I feel that for you, this may be the place where it is affecting your stability within a relationship, within your home, within your finances, or whatever else that may be affecting you at the moment, right? Then we've got the overall energy of the whale. It has a desire to delve deeper. It has profound peace and ancient wisdom. So, this is probably you or your energy in the month of June. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be the beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into old story. And in order to bring it into balance, we need to take regular self care. What was I talking about, right? Regular self care, taking care of yourself, giving yourself enough time to rejuvenate is something that you can do, and you are a very dependable person, right? And um, I think that may also be the reason why you may be having difficulty to communicate with people, because they may be dependent upon you, or they may look up to you, or you feel that a lot of people are depending upon you when you are feeling very burdened by their dependence. It could be a financial or an emotional dependence that you are dealing with. We've got the master, silence, and stress and receptivity. Ooh, very interesting, very interesting, right? So we've got a lot of cards that are reflecting the moon energy to me, which is a lot about depth, about um, deep waters, about exploring things within you, about dreams. So there may be a lot of things that may be coming through within your dreams, and whatever that this situation is that you're going through is creating a lot of stress within you, because you maybe find that you're very burdened with responsibilities, or you are scared of certain things. It is creating a lot of stress within you, and it is time that you begin to receive. So I remember I told you the imbalance of giving and taking of energy. uh, Here I feel that you are the one that requires to silence your inner thought about, people not giving things to you, about you not being able to receive. I think that you need to open yourself and tell yourself that yes, I'm open to receiving love, I'm open to receiving money, of wealth, of everything that the universe has to offer to me, and even better, right? And you are then going to be mastering a lot of aspects that are meant for you, and you're going to kind of get a certain level of enlightenment. Yeah, so you're going to be getting a level of mastery and this level of enlightenment where things will actually begin to happen for you. And I feel that in the month of June, your crown chakra is going to open up, which means that it is also a chakra of receptivity, of opening up your third eye, of opening up, receiving messages about the universe, about things from your, from spirit, from the source, right? Now let's find out what are some of the other messages. So we've got artist, goddess, and scribe. Very interesting. Are you a very creative kind of a person who is struggling? Are you a very creative kind of a person who is struggling with um, getting finances? Are you in the creative field where you're probably an artist, a painter? So, are you an artist who is struggling to make ends meet, who is, having a talent but is having an issue getting the right kind of exposure, getting the right kind of a client in order to have your art sold, right? So that is something that I'm seeing here. So artists, you may be an artist, you also have this attribute of being a goddess, so you will be very sensual, you will be very beautiful, you will be, as in you are very beautiful, you have a lot of wisdom that whoever interacts with you is able to sense that wisdom immediately when they speak to you. And we also have got the scribe, which is you have the ability to preserve knowledge and information, right? So you have the ability to grow and use your creativity in such ways that you are able to actually change something in the mind of people, which is very interesting. And especially with this artist card, I feel that because I have this two of cups, collaboration is something that you can actually do, something that you can involve more people into kind of having your work become more visible and seen. Then we've got confidence is the key to your success. I think that you are really doubting yourself and your talent here. You are wondering whether this is meant for you, whether, despite you having so much of creativity and talent, are you going to succeed? So I think main thing what you need to do is have more confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in the universe, that things are going to pan out, and continue to work in that direction. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so yes, you want to achieve certain dreams, but are they grounded? Do you have a practical plan as to how you're going to achieve them? Do you have some kind of brainstorming that is going on? The end of a tough cycle approaches. That's amazing. So whatever that this issue is, I think a lot of it has to do with your mental situation and your finances being connected. So I think that this whole cycle of difficulty is coming to an end, okay, for you guys. Then we've got financial discipline. Yes, be more disciplined when it comes to your finances, make a practical plan, a lot of grounding energy that is happening here. Then we've got completion, complete something, and we've got rebirth twice. Okay, complete 360 degrees makeover for you. And we've got spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. And I think that you are doing a fantastic job just through your creativity, doing the things that you enjoy, creating things that change people at a subconscious level, right? We are actually in today's world missing art that helps and pushes people to think in a very beautiful manner, in seeing light and healing in this world, and your art does that. Your work, everything that you do does that, and that is absolutely amazing. And I think that you are the spiritual teacher here, and continue to do and work on the things that you are working on. Then we've got warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Even if you're a man watching this, it's okay. You are a warrior internally. What is your calling? What is your deepest calling that you need to answer right away? You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Continue to follow the guiding light, okay? And move towards the space that is meant for you. And the last one is a very, very strict no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So there might be something that you may require to say no to in the month of June. And I think just generally in the month of June, think things through. Do not jump immediately to say yes to certain things. Now for you guys, I actually also feel like I want to open a certain answer, right? So I want you to ask a very specific question. Ask a very specific question, and I'm going to pull out some page from this book in which you will get your answer. I'll give you about 10 seconds to choose your question. And here's your answer. Seek out more options. How interesting. Look out for more options is the answer that you're getting to your question. All right. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. This is comparatively a new channel, although I have been tarot reading from quite a long time. And if you do like this content, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. All right. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Let's find out what's in store for you for the month of June. First, I'm starting off with the weekly readings, and then we go on to the general readings of June. Okay, let's find out. In the first week of June, I think just in general, we've got 3 major arcana cards and 1 court card. And I think that there's going to be a lot of struggle for power, for control, and that's exactly even the whole overall energy that we are getting with this control card here. And just in general, I feel that everyone's going to want to steer your situation into very many directions, okay? So maybe you want to go a certain way, your family members want you to do a particular thing another way, you want to do it another way, your friends want to do it another way. Probably what is expected by law or legally by you is also completely different from the route that you actually want to go to. And I feel that there's going to be this struggle in that aspect of whatever decision that you're trying to make, and you're going to be pulled in a lot of directions in the first week of June. In the second week, I think you're finally going to make your own decision, and you're going to realize that neither of the choices are good or bad. They are just choices, right? And that is something that's going to fit into your perspective, and you're going to make the decision to take that route beyond you. I also feel that for you, you are learning how to adapt to new situations. You're learning how to manage and kind of make way using your own tactics, using your observation about the system that you're about to enter into, or whatever thing that you're about to enter into. And for a lot of people, maybe for those who are in the academic circles, your schools, your colleges will be beginning. And I feel that there is this aspect of newness that is going on for you, and there is this exciting new journey that you're feeling very optimistic to start off with. You're feeling that you have everything within your control to make this first step. um, you also feel to a great degree that you are inexperienced in this matter, or whatever that you're starting off. You're willing to learn, you're willing to give it a try, you're willing to risk certain things to take things forward, right? But you may also feel quite tied down to certain situations, maybe by your previous experiences. You may feel a little limited and tied down to what the reality of the matter is, right? So that is something that I'm getting for you for the first 2 weeks of the month. Now let's find out what we can expect in the third and fourth week of June. Oops, those are the only cards that we've got. So out here in the third week of June, I see that you there's a very interesting energy. So we've got one, we've got two, and we've got three threes, right? So I feel that you are now starting off to a new kind of a start in the second week of June, and in the third week, you're kind of gaining a certain level of mastery over the basics of the situation. And for you, I think that you're looking towards more possibilities of the future. You're working, you're collaborating with people, and you're brainstorming. I think that there is more of an internal decision to be made about certain things, about maybe two options that you're still having, and you're giving a thought about, okay, is this the kind of direction that I actually want to move into? So that's your energy for the third week. And for the last week of the month, we've got this energy of, again, we are feeling still like a fresher, someone who has not yet completely settled into the system that you're moving into. But I feel that you are finding yourself quite blessed. You are feeling that you are not like a fish out of water. You are now acclimatized to the situation at hand, and you're willing to take the risks, break the rules, and change the course of whatever that you have chosen to do. I think for you, you also have this aspect where you're willing to in case if you need to be alone at this point of time to learn certain things, to make certain decisions, or to gain certain knowledge and do certain research, you are willing to do it. But I feel for you, one thing that you do need to understand is that you have control over everything in this situation. Overall, you are the one who is going to make the final decision, who has complete control and dominion over this particular situation that you will be faced with in the month of June. Very interesting. Okay, let's move on and find out what is your overall general energy, what you can expect in the month of June. Ooh, nice. You've got partnership, you've got Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and here we've got the Six of Cups. Okay, a lot of cup energy, a lot of feeling of happiness, returning to a memory from childhood, exchanges with people, and I feel that there's a lot of give and take in this particular month for you. You can also be probably going back to your ancestral home, meeting your friends from the time that you were a child, or just in general making friends with people, right? That is a very big theme for you in the month of June. In case if you have been feeling lonely for a very long time, meeting previous friends, not only childhood but even like previous friends that you've not met in a long time, June is going to be the month where you are going to reconnect with these people, and you're going to be establishing new connections with them. Okay, even when it comes to your finances, you are now starting off your journey with money and your material resources, and you're willing to learn how to make money. Okay, then we've got our next set of cards, which is the dream, possibilities, breakthrough, and awareness. Wow, these are amazing cards to get. And I think that you have certain expectations from your world, from your life, right? You have certain expectations that you have set, and maybe from time to time you may feel that you are feeling blocked, or you're not able to get through or go through and deliver what you are expecting. But I feel that the fact that you even think of these possibilities, that these things are possible, is an indication that you will also receive the solutions, and the solutions will only come through actually having an awareness of the subject of yourself and being intuitive through the whole process, right? And I feel that overall you are going to be experiencing a lot of freedom, just looking at these cards, I feel a sense of freedom, a sense of an overview, like, going really high above and getting an overview of the whole situation is something that you will be receiving in this month. Let's look at this beautiful card, which is your overall energy, which you are going to be embodying in the month of June. We've got the Nightingale. This is the first time in a very long time that I've got this card. It's an absolutely brand new card, and you guys have got it. Now let's see what this is. You've got fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. The simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realms of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, the nightingale speaks and sings freely with kindness. When out of balance, it is shy, lump in throat. To bring about in balance, you need music. That's very interesting. So, is there something that you need to communicate? Do you find issues with your communication? And do you enjoy singing? Do you like music? And if even if you may not be the most melodious singer, it is definitely a great way to open your throat chakra up. And when we open it up, we also connect to our heart. And when our heart and our throat connect, we move into a space of compassion, and we are actually able to communicate with people in order to open their hearts out, right? And when we speak that compassion into existence, when we use that aspect within ourselves, we are also unlocking those aspects within other people that we interact with, right? So I feel that nightingale energy is you. You may not think of yourself as, or rather, even when people look at you, they might think of you as quite ordinary, when they probably just look at you, have never interacted with you. But when they will be interacting with you and they will get a chance to speak to you, they will realize how special you are, how gifted you are, right? That is something that I'm getting for you quite strongly. Then we've got the 10th house, Cancer, and Chiron. So, I'm getting a lot about communication, the throat chakra here. Maybe you lack communication, or you probably are very talkative, right? It could be either, but it's definitely an extreme where you need to temper your speech. You need to use your speech, either slow it down or quicken it up in order to get people's attention and continue to hold their attention, right? So we've got 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world, which is being affected by Cancer and Chiron. So Chiron is a lot about healing power, empathy, ability, herb remedies, if that is something that helps you, like is something that attracts you. And Cancer is a lot to do about emotional sensitivity, caring, and a loving nature that I think you probably will be embodying in the month of June. Okay, so it's very interesting because there is a lot of healing going on with how others view you, right? As I said earlier, that they may view you as a person who's quite ordinary, but when they speak to you, you speak from a space of compassion, of love, of kindness, of sensitivity, and it shows that you have a lot of depth that people don't have around, right? So it sets you apart. So I think in the month of June, you are going to be embodying this energy, which is great for you. Then we've got martyr, teacher, and messiah. So martyr, you do have a tendency to show a lot of self-pity, like is that something that you see yourself doing? And if not, I think for you more it is about service to a cause, doing something for a cause, for something that's bigger than you. And you also will be embodying this element of being a teacher, the ability to communicate, give knowledge and experience and skill or wisdom to someone. and we also have serving humanity with humility. So I, looking at these cards, your service and your June is going to be a lot about the higher needs of man, right? They're not going to be survival, they're not going to be about how you're going to get your money, how you're going to get food on your plate. Those things will be quite sorted, and that is how you will be able to serve the higher causes of the universe. So this has been thrust upon you to serve the universe for its higher purposes. Then we've got perseverance and leadership. So perseverance and leadership. Then we've got spiritual career and change. Are you in a spiritual career? Do you need to have a spiritual career? Are you a tarot reader? Are you a healer? Are you someone who does rituals? Okay, so in case if you do have, or are you someone who helps people with yoga or something of that sort? So spiritual career is something that will definitely benefit you, and even if you may not want to do it full time, you will be able to pursue this as a hobby and definitely make money, and make good money out of it as a form of energy exchange. You are also a born leader. Okay, so you have great leadership skills, you are a person who perseveres, and these are qualities that are going to kind of uh, it's something that the universe is going to demand from you from in the month of June. We also have the last card here in this set, which is change. What is something that needs to change? Then we've got expect powerful change. What are the odds? Expect powerful change. Emotions are running high and your commitment is being tested, right? So, higher purposes, higher callings also mean higher challenges, right? So, your emotions may be running high. With the super moon, you may see things in a very magnified manner. It could be possible that certain things are happening, but for some reason, you're being really very affected by them. So you have to be a little careful about how you perceive things, definitely. And we've got very great changes coming up for you, and your commitment is going to be tested. So it may be possible that certain things may be made difficult for you, and how much you are willing to commit to it, how much you're willing to stick to it, is something that is going to be challenged for you. Okay, very exciting. Then we've got perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. Timing is everything, right? So perfect timing is something that you've got. And then you've got share your voice. We've got music, right? We had got music earlier, and you've got share your voice. Maybe you have a very beautiful voice. Maybe your voice, when you communicate with people, it makes people feel nice. It makes just your voice and the way that you use your words makes people feel like they're listening to a melody. It changes their frequency, right? So share your voice, come out of the cave, out of the persecution, and express yourself. It could be talking, it could be singing, you could share your talents with people, you could attend an open mic, write and share your poetry. It could be anything, but definitely do something with music, do something with the way that you express yourself, and people are also able to share this talent of yours. Then we've got deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. And I feel for you, this deep replenishment is itself going to be happening through your voice, your expression, and your creativity. And that is the only source for you to channel this rest and replenishment for you. Then the last card we've got is don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Are you scared of being seen? Are you scared of looking weird or cringy or whatever it is because you express yourself? Now, this sounds very relatable to me because I definitely feel these things about myself, but I think that this is something that we all need to work upon, right? So, regardless of whether it is cringy or you feel that it's cringy, it is an expression that needs to be shared. And sometimes I feel like people who have the least amount of talent are the ones running the show, because they do not feel ashamed about their talents. They do not dim their light to fit in, right? They are just out there doing the things that they enjoy without caring about what people think. right? So we don't have to overthink certain things. You just have to go ahead and take the plunge. Now I'm going to be pulling out certain answers for you. I need you to ask a question, to which I'm going to pull out one page from the book for you to read. You can ask a question now. So here we've got, it cannot fail, whatever that it may mean to you. It cannot fail. What cannot fail? Is there something that you are scared about? You know, it could be about expressing yourself. Okay, whatever you're wanting to do, it cannot fail. Whatever you are wanting for it to happen, it cannot fail. All right, so I do hope that you've liked this, and please do subscribe. This is comparatively a new channel here, but I have been reading tarot from a very long time, and I hope that you enjoy this reading and join the family. Do subscribe. Bye.